I'm just gonna walk and film today because I can't find a spot to sit down and place my phone. Because if you haven't noticed, there's snow everywhere around here. So this is the video we're getting today. I'd like to start off by saying that I in no way hate Koi Fresco. I don't despise him to that much by any means. I just don't believe him to be the spiritual guru that a lot of his subscribers have this image of him being. And I want to get into why I believe that. First of all, just to support the claim that I don't despise him, I used to watch his videos. I used to be a pretty big fan of his when I was first getting into this side of YouTube. And for those of you who don't know who Koi is, yet you watch my videos and stuff like that, I'm sure you've seen him around. He's the guy that looks like Jesus, or how most people would imagine him to look. Like, his dreads are so rad. I really like those. His beard, pretty profound feature, and his eyes are absolutely stunning. But that's not the point of this video, is to get into complimenting him. The first thing I'd like to get into is a video by Giz Edwards on one of Koi's videos. That video being, I have it right here, it's called, let's check. How to lucid dream every single time. The every single time's in brackets, and then it says the 100% method. So in this video that Mr. Edwards, Giz Edwards made, he gets into why this is incorrect, why the whole video is full of misinformation, is how he put it. One of the part of Edwards' video that stood out to me is when he was talking about how people on Twitter who go and tell Koi, like, hey dude, your video has misinformation. How he supposedly replied is, which I don't find to be irrational, knowing Koi and the points you'll see later, is Koi would say something along the lines of, if you don't like my opinions, I'm sorry to hear that. The problem is that he's stating his opinion. That has nothing to do with it. It's the problem when he claims them as facts. So one thing that, the point that Mr. Edwards brought up, and I'll link his video in the description, I'll link both of his videos in the description, one for the original video and then one for the response. But the problem with that is not that Koi is stating his opinions. That has nothing to do with it. It's the fact that he's claiming his opinions as facts. And he's just talking about, hey, this is fact, this is what it is. And then when people say, oh, that's not fact, here, let me show you why, with evidence A, B, and C, Koi says, no, I'm sorry you don't like my opinions. When there are facts going directly against what he is saying. It's this spread of information that is irresponsible at the minimum when you have such a large audience looking up to you and listening to whatever you have to say. Now, I would like to point out that Koi did in fact reply in the comments of that video, but then again, Edwards made another video in reply to those comments and other comments in it, and I'll link that as well. But one thing that stood out to me is a comment that was posted by the Lucid Guide. And I was looking into this guy, the Lucid Guy. I still don't know his name. I tried to get in contact with him, but no response yet. But he made a Reddit post about how Koi was censoring him. And that is something that I'm gonna put in right here. So this is a video that Koi did called Lucid Dreaming and How to Do It, New and Improved Guide. And it's by him, obviously, and then on June 17th, 2017 is when he posted it. And there's this guy that goes by Lucid Dreaming Guide, in YouTube at least. He was posting on Reddit about how Koi deleted his comment after he accused him of spreading misinformation about lucid dreaming. He posted it on Reddit claiming that his comment was deleted and he was censored. So what I did is I went to the video with 689 comments. Thankfully, there's the Control F feature, otherwise this would have taken quite a while to do. So I looked for the guy. The Lucid Guide is what he went by. And as you see, there are no results for that. So, scrolling down, I had to load all the comments showing you that this is the very bottom of them all, and that's as far as it goes. But to prove to you that this Control F works, let's take this little piece right here from this comment. Just copy that, and I'll scroll back up to the top, that way you know I'm not doing any magic or anything along those lines. So paste it into here, and what do you know? The only comment with that is right there. So then I got to thinking,
That's strange. Well, maybe he changed his username, but the comment would still be the same if he did so. So let's go back. Koi, you seem like a nice so let's type that in. Koi, comma. You seem, and there are no comments. The comment was deleted, is what I'm assuming. I'm assuming this is Koi's censorship. Right here.
If I didn't make it clear before, that Reddit post was claiming censorship. And I know I didn't put the Reddit post itself, but that'll be in the description along with the full image. The image that I had in there was just the very top of the comment that the Lucid guide was claiming was censored. So all of these are going to be in the description. The description is going to be full of links for you to go explore yourself. This next part isn't so much a problem as it is just showing how Koi talks and communicates with his subscribers versus other YouTubers. And it's the fact that Koi, on his website, he used to have this little thing that you could go to if you wanted to pay for him to email you. And I forgot what the prices were. It's something like $5 an email. I don't recall anymore because it's not up there and I didn't screen cap it while it was. But I'd like to compare this idea of having to pay to communicate with someone versus people like Dakota Wint or Jason, who you can easily just message, and if they have time, they will reply to you, and they will talk to you, and that's huge with fan interaction. And it's not just like, oh, hey, that's cool, good talk. People like Dakota and Jason actually go into things, which Koi was claiming that you needed to pay for. And there's nothing wrong with that. I want to stress that. There's nothing wrong with trying to make money for taking time out of your day to try to communicate with people like your subscribers. There's nothing wrong with that. The problem comes is when you use your subscribers and manipulate them for your own gain, but not in the way I was just talking about, in the way I'm going to explain now. I think the lighting here is really good, so I'm gonna get into the story of how that all happened. So a while back, I think it was around November, when Koi was talking about how he was trying to sell his book, and he's been really into that. That's something that he seems to be pretty passionate about. The problem is when he posted on Twitter saying, "Go rate my book and give it 5 stars, take a screenshot, send it to me and I'll follow you." I personally thought that was kind of skeezy to do, to say the least. I decided to move on because the sun's setting quite quickly, and I found a little place to sit over here, so I'll finish up the video. But to recollect for the conversation that I was having with Koi, or attempting to have, so he posted that, and I said, wouldn't you want people to, or something along the lines of, wouldn't you want people to rate the book what they actually thought of it instead of just rating it 5 stars for your follow? Now, I would like to point out that at this time, the book wasn't even released on Amazon. No one could have possibly had the book if they bought it on Amazon, yet he wanted people to buy it and rate it 5 stars immediately. And his response to my comment saying that people should actually read the book first and say what they want about the book was, oh, people are gonna do it anyways, so why not just let it happen? My response to that, seeing as that was a terrible argument for it, was why would you support that behavior? Why would you support people going out of their way to rate your book 5 stars when they haven't even read it? Wouldn't you rather people rate the book what they actually think of it? Now, part of it that kind of upsets me more is his claim that, oh, they're just yellow shapes, it's not like any of it matters. To the obvious reply to that would be, if it's just something that doesn't matter, why would you ask people to do it in the first place? Then this is what followed. I forgot his reply to me saying that why would you do it in the first place? But this is the reply I wrote after that and what followed afterwards.
Don't you believe that this will cause people to give you 5 stars based on the fact that you will follow them instead of what they actually think of the book? Wouldn't you rather have them rate the book honestly instead of doing so purely for your follow? And then he blocked me. Just another form of censorship based on someone calling him out.
I don't think that the main problem is Koi, though. I know all the points that I've made have made it seem like that, but it's not. It's the people who support this behavior. And either people are ignorant to it, or they choose to blatantly ignore it. I think the community as a whole needs to recognize these problems and address them. That's why I'm making this video public. I want people to be able to see all of these things. I have some other things too, but these were my main points, and I think that it got the point across pretty well. And do with this information what you want. Whether you agree with me and it's that Koi is not this person that we believe him to be, that he's not this spiritual guru, Jesus-like religious figure that a lot of people think of him as weird as that may sound. But he's just this businessman. He's just a person, and he's made mistakes. Do I hate him for it? No. I want to make that clear. And I know that this is gonna get a ton of dislikes from pretty much anyone who follows him. But this is what I think, so leaving it here.